the long-awaited Corinth has come out for console, and I can tell you what, I am super surprised to see it, and I'm so happy it is in the game. It is probably my favorite weapon to use now because it's so fun and it has a lot of pros. So let's explain what the Corinth is. This is the first ever pump-action shotgun, or Tenno pump-action shotgun, to enter the game. This thing is, we've been waiting for this thing for a couple years to come out, and it has finally came out, and it is sexier than ever. It is harder than ever, and it is one hell of an endgame viable weapon for the materials it costs. It costs 219 extract. That is the rarest material you're going to have on there, and the rest you can get the blueprint from the market, maybe, I don't know, but it's definitely easy to access. The blueprint's so easy to access. The materials are easy to get. Everything about this weapon is easy, but it hits like a freaking truck. So let's get into the builds, and we have 3 builds, and I'm going to show you 3 fashion frame like schemes on this weapon that look amazing. So uh, our first build consists of the basic shotgun, uh, using the shotgun the primary fire. The second one, which is the air blast, which is the one I have on right now, and the third one, which is just a fun run and gun, slow game, carry you through the star chart kind of build. It's meant to just have fun. You still get to kill enemies in plenty of time, but you don't one-shot everything in sight, and that's good in a way because you don't get bored through the game. Uh, I stayed up all night forming this weapon, grinding it, leveling it, and I'm so tired, and I just want to get this video over with. It is 6:47 in the morning right now. I'm just going to make that clear. I did put a lot of time into this gun. So, let's actually look at this thing's base stats. It has a accuracy of 9.1, a fire rate of 1.7 or 1.17, a magazine of 5, noise of alarming, the reload of 2.3, and trigger of semi. All of those stats relate to the 2 fire modes. Now, this thing also has a total of 540 base damage, not as much as the Tigress, but still a good amount considering it is a semi-auto pump-action shotgun. The crit chance is 30%, on the buckshot is 30%, with a crit multiplier of 2.8 times. This is going to be good for hunter munitions. Status, 12%. Not bad, but once again, it's a shotgun, so the status is all wonky, but I still hit plenty of statuses. I don't know why people get all mad at it, or get all weirded out over it, but that's just me. Now to the air burst. It has a crit chance of 4%, crit multiplier of 1.6 times, not the best, and then a status of 28%. So obviously this is a status weapon, and 504 base damage, mainly impact and blast. Only impact and blast. Okay, now let's show off the 3 fashion frame because I love it. So here's the legendary, as I like to call it. This thing has white energy with uh, gold primary, gold accents, and then the black rest. I think this is one of my favorites. This is the diamond, which is a crispy, shiny white with blue and black. It looks amazing. I call this the diamond skin. And I love when people see it. I love when people see this. They get so confused. It's probably another one of my favorites. And then this is the royal gold, which is just a white and gold, which is your standard issue infamous Hunter channel thing. I always do white and gold. But we're going to be testing out with the diamond one, which is by far my favorite. And if you want, you can switch up the colors a bit. Switch up the colors to white, kind of give it that more royal, kind of whitish feel if you want. And you can kind of I'm going to stick with this actually. And then, yeah, it looks super good. It also reminds me of Smite. So there's 3 color palettes. We're going to use this one for now. This is my personal favorite. And yeah. So once again, here's the base stats. I'm going to compare it to the best shotgun in the game, which is the Tiger's Prime. Everything on the Tiger's Prime is pretty much better. But it's fine. So let's get into it. So the first build we have here is the Shotgun Blast Buckshot build, which is a 57% critical chance, 5.3 times with a critical multiplier, a status of 50%, and the damage is at the hizzle with this thing. Only 2 dual stat mods going for it, mainly because I just want to proc corrosive every now and then, but I don't want to proc it a lot. But I still get to pump out loads of damage. My slash damage is on par with my damage. Seeking Fury gives me that reload speed, that punch through, so I can hit multiple enemies at once, which is so useful for shotguns. Uh, Prime Ravage, which gives me 90% critical damage, which is so nice. You need that crit damage. You need it. Point Blank to give me that 90% damage. I know I don't run Prime Point Blank, but Point Blank, Prime Point Blank, just use them. 100 munitions and Blunderbuss, these two, obviously, and then Hell's Chamber, obviously. 120% multi-shot. That's a 20% chance to shoot 3 shots at once. Now, this is level 110 Heavy Gunner. You know the drill. Let's do this. So, obviously, hitting a lot of crits here. Corrosive procs, still getting plenty of them. And my base damages are going in pretty slick, and I can just gun him down like it's nothing. And if I wanted to, I can go for a viral build, and I can just watch him bleed out, but we're not going to waste time at all. That was the buckshot build. Now, we're going to do it again, just one more time. I'm going to do it up close and personal, get those damage numbers pocket in there. Garo's passive is fan-freaking-tastic, and we just watch him bleed out. Oh, he's there. Alright. There you go. So, Corinth, everyone. This thing is a fantastic weapon, and it doesn't even have all the best mods on it. So, yeah, you can already tell this build is endgame viable, and if you put a viral build instead of corrosive, you're going to be able to shred enemies like it's nothing in the endgame. So, yeah, I still am admiring that amazing color scheme. So, this is the Air Blast. This is supposed to abuse the alternate shot. Now, let's talk about the alternate shot. This thing is confusing. At 15 meters, this thing detonates. 15 meters, dead on. Nothing past 15 meters, nothing before 15 meters. If you hit an enemy that's closer to like 10 meters, you're just gonna hit them with like a shell. Here, I wanna explain it to you in a sense. You can still proc status procs with this thing, you just won't do the explosion damage. As you can see, it just hits him straight up and stuns him. Not what you need. Not what you need at all. Alright. We're gonna kill the enemy. Now, there's 2 ways you can get past this. Or 3 ways, actually. You can shoot behind them, above them, or, my personal favorite, below you. As long as you can make that distance in between, you're good. The blast radius is much bigger than it seems. It's like 3 times the size of this. You can hit enemies through walls, and punch through only helps it better, or helps it more. Now, like I said, this thing is made for proccing status and doing status of damage, so we're most likely going to do some pretty nice bits of damage. Like, as you see, I'm shooting above him, and I'm doing a lot of damage. I'm doing a load of damage. And then, we can finish him off with a couple shots of the base. Really, this is meant to be a utility kind of thing. It's not supposed to be meant for damage. It's more of a support. So, like, corrosive gets rid of it, that's status, and you can just abuse this. And we're going to show it to you one more time, and I'm actually going to put on my Garo's second ability so I don't die as fast. So, you gotta use that fire rate to your advantage, obviously. Gotta get all that corrosive procs in there, and it actually does a pretty decent job at dealing damage. And you can just end up shooting him and killing him. It's a very simple build. It's Very fun to use. It doesn't get boring because of the utility you have to do for it. And yeah. Now, let's get into the final build, which is more of just a fun build for you to use. And this is the carry to the star chart build, but nothing past that. This build is not sorority viable. It's not meant to be in game, but it can still kill a level 110 heavy gunner. As you see, we have a regular Ravage in here, blunderbuss, and hunter munitions. Obviously, we need some damage. We need some damage from these three mods so we can actually do something. Shotgun spaz, an accelerated blast for that fire rate. It gives me 150% fire rate. Give me 2.92 fire rate, and then Seeking Fury to give me that extra kick of reload speed, so I don't have to worry about slowly reloading. So reloads at 2.2 seconds, and fire rate's at almost 3. So you're like usual, you're only supposed to use the shotgun buckshot, and this thing can still kill a level 110 heavy gunner. It's just not going to be as quick and efficient. And my favorite thing about the the blast is how it even if you hit them with just the blunt part of it, you can still you can still impact them. So as you can see, no corrosive, just pure relying on slash and crit, and it actually does this pretty well. It does this pretty well, and it works. It works so much. And the Corinth, you can just build it whatever way you want it to be built, and you can have fun with it no matter what you do. And this gun is probably going to be my go-to weapon whenever I just want to have fun. And I love using this thing with Gara too. I just love using this thing, period. This is a sexy shotgun, a good-looking shotgun, a high-performance shotgun, and it's definitely something to be proud of because I find I be shredding things faster than the Tiger's Prime. That's just my opinion. I like this thing over the Tiger's Prime. It just has that fun factor to it. I don't have to constantly reload every time I pull the trigger, and that's what I like about it. And when I do, I just, bam, done. Oh my god! So yeah. So yeah. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Please leave a like, possibly subscribe. It would make my day. Peace out.